Okay, hello. So, basically, before we go into the cockpit, let me just tell you what's going on. So this is episode 1 of my transatlantic flight from Los Angeles to London in a PA44 Piper Seminole. So it's a four-seater aircraft, twin engine obviously, as you can see, unless you're looking at the Cessna behind. And it's just like a cool aircraft. So we're going to fly all the way to Denham Aerodrome in London from Long Beach Airport here in Los Angeles. So there's not much else to say really, apart from we're going to go quite a direct route. So today we're flying up from Long Beach to Henderson Executive Airport up in Vegas. So about just under 200 nautical miles, and shouldn't be long. So let's go into a cockpit. Right, so here's the cockpit. We're currently cold and dark, so we're going to start the pre-start checklist. So seat belts, harness is all fine, brakes, the parking brake is set, circuit breakers are all in, landing gear handle is down. I've already checked all this. Avionics are off, cowl flaps open, fuel sectors. So let's turn them on, and where's the click spot? There we go, on, so both on. Car seats off, battery on, alternators on. So let's go start the engine. So start the left engine, so magneto switches on, guarded. Propeller RPM is high, mixture rich, good. Throttle was open up a bit. Okay, all good. Prime, so we'll give it about 3, 2, and 3. Okay, left fuel pump can come on. Okay, now let's make sure the propeller area is clear. So clear left, and on we go. Very good. Let's go. Good start. Making sure our temperatures are rising. So pressure, pressure's in the green there, that's good. Within 30 seconds, oil temperature's rising, and once we increase the RPM, the cylinder head temperature will rise. So let's do the same with the right engine now. So magneto switches on and guarded. Mixture set to rich. Good. Propeller RPM is 4 from the engine, so 1, 2, let's give that a little bit, 3, open up the throttle a tad. Now, fuel pump on, clear right. Okay, right engine on. So all temperatures rising, oil pressure's in the green within 30 seconds, and same goes with the head temperature, so that will increase. So, engines both on, so started on guarded, nice. Set the throttle down to 1000 RPM. Good, okay, so fuel pumps can come off, as they're not needed now. So the ammeter's charging, all good. Now let's go and load in our flight plan. So, radio master on, and let's just turn on the lights. So, right, so we're flying from Long Beach, which is Kilo Lima Golf Bravo, in the GNS 530. So, Kilo Lima Golf Bravo. There we go. And we're going to fly to our first VOR should be SLI. So, Sierra, Lima, India. There we go. Very good. Yep, the VOR. And then from there, we'll be going up to the POM VOR. Where's P? P's back here a bit. VOR. Let me just check my flight plan. We will be going up to the DAG, so Delta Alpha Golf. Delta Alpha Golf. Very nice. And finally, from DAG, we'll be going to the airport of Kilo Hotel November Delta. There. Okay, flight plan is all set. So, and once we get closer, I'll plan in the arrival. Actually, is going to be just a visual. So, okay, good. So, systems are set. Making sure my DI, wherever it is here, is aligned with the compass. So I'm reading 7. Yep, all good. Making sure this is level at 0. The artificial horizon is neutral as well. Okay, all good. So if I give us the open in a second. Sure. So I'm going to do my power checks here at the stand, because our departure runway is literally here. So I'm going to do my power checks here because we're in a simulator. So yeah. Let me close the window up. Oh, that sounds a lot better. Okay, good. So we are going to go power checks, and once we do our power checks, we'll do our taxi checks after, of course. We change this to GPS instead of VLOC. So when we engage the autopilot, as we will, because we don't live in the 400th century, it will be good. So let's turn that on to standby now. Okay, so run up, parking brake set, cowl flap is open, fuel selectors are on, mixture is rich, propeller RPM is high, throttle RPM let's set that up to 15, and in turn our cylinder head temperature should rise. Okay, we'll leave it there at 15, so yeah, they're rising. So let's feather with these. Okay, good. So RPM up to 20. Hope the parking brake's on. Yep. Okay. There you go. So that's all good. Now let's exercise the propeller RPM. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's all good. Magnetos check. So okay, good. That was the drop on the left. That's the drop on the right. Drop on the right. Okay, all good. So magnetos are checked. Carb beats, so let's check for our carb. So we'll turn on the carb. Oh. Turn on the carb here. I don't know why the gear level just went up. That's all good. Okay, now. Okay, there's no ice, so, and it's a hot day as well. So engine gauges, so all in the green, very, very good. That's what we want to see, so we don't fall out of the sky. Because which that would be fun, would be very good. So. Next on the checklist, throttle back to 1000 RPM, just reset, flight instruments all set, good, and everything else is good, so we are now ready to taxi. My bad there, my dog having a little bark, so 1 sec. Okay, let's go, taxi out. So, firstly, we're going to check the brakes work. Okay, brakes work fine. We're going to taxi to the right and hope that the DI follows in turn. There's the increase in DI, now let's do left. Decrease, okay, we're good. So let's make our left turn. The hold. The QNH sets, good, good. Let's just hold here. Offline, so no ATC clearance, and the ATC clearance that the game gives you is absolutely horrendous, so don't use it. Parking brake on. So takeoff checklist. Seat belts we don't need, obviously. Fuel selectors both on. Trim is set for takeoff. Flaps, one stage of flaps on. Mixture is rich. Propeller RPM is that high. Fuel pumps on for takeoff, and takeoff briefing is complete, as we don't have any passengers on board. I'm going to worry about 2 of you guys watching, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, so yokes back in. I'm going to give myself land light can come on. I'm going to give myself a full squawk, and then if I go to function and I want count up, so start timer. There we go, all good. So checking for any final traffic. Nope, all good. So we're going to be climbing up to 12,000 feet. There we go. So power set. T's and P's are in the green. SP to live. Whoa, whoa, that's not realistic at all. Okay, let's rotate. That was not realistic at all. Positive rate of climb. Gear can come up. I want to climb at 88 knots. Best rate to climb. Make our right turn onto the flight plan. Very foggy day here in LA. Well, there anyway. Just 188 knots in the climb. It gives you the best climb rate. Flaps up. So now we're in a clean configuration. So we're at 2,700 RPM, 3,500 feet. So I'm going to go and engage the autopilot. So I'm going to do that now. So where is it? Autopilot on. So vertical speed. We're going to climb at 1,000 feet per minute. Nav hold on. Now, after takeoff checklist, gears up, no lights, flaps up. So we'll hopefully be climbing at 105 knots once I clean out, reduce the power. We're at 25 on the manifold pressure, which is somehow full. Okay, so propeller RPM down to 25. Fuel pumps can now come off, and we'll leave it rich. We'll leave rich mixture for now. So let's try and follow the flight plan aircraft. Okay, there we go. Finally. Okay, good. So try and increase our rate of climb just a tad, just to help with the cruise climb and don't overspeed the aircraft. Very nice. So, apart from the horrible rudder control on takeoff, for some reason I don't know why that happened. That is not realistic at all. Very little rudder input like that would not cause that to happen. So that's something. Hopefully, it happens on all models as well, all propeller models. Don't know why. Hopefully, it's something they fix in time. But yeah. So. That shouldn't happen. It's done now. We still took off fine. There's approaching 105, probably 1800 feet per minute. Everything's all good. And then, so there's not much else to do now. So I'll meet you guys back on the descent. Thanks. Okay, everybody, welcome back. Currently descending through 9,000 feet right now. About to turn do a 180 and head 030 to the Bucky waypoint before we head on to the airport. Just going to go and run through the descent checklist. So the altimeter is set, trim is set, mixture, we're going to go back into full rich now. Engine temperatures are good and carb we don't need. So carb can come back on after I checked twice, just before I restarted. So I'm going to go ahead and put this into nav mode so we can turn around. I'm going to just bring back power a bit. Don't be going too fast. So when we hit Bucky, we're basically straight in runway 35. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the landing lights on now. We're below 10,000 feet. Okay, so let's have a outside view. Very nice indeed. It is. I believe the airport's just over these mountains here. So we're gonna descend to 3.5. I want to be at 3,500 feet by Bucky. Then it's about 3 nautical miles in. So that's what I'm descending down to now. However, I'm not too sure of the height of these mountain tops here, so I may have to just reduce my vertical descent path. If I just go down to 1,000 feet per minute instead. So I want to bring the speed back as well, because I don't want to be going too fast, so I can have a controlled approach. So I'm going to bring my propeller RPMs back to high now. Okay, no, how about, that was a bad idea. Bring them back to how they were. How they were before was fine. As soon as I get onto final, I will just put them back how they should be. Okay, so the aircraft isn't turning. Okay, turn to Bucky. Okay, let me put the heading. I don't think we're intercepting the. I'm going to go ahead and enter nav mode. If I go to 340, or no, 330, then intercept the course. I'm going to stop my descent just there. So that's 5,000 feet, and I actually am not aware of the mountain height, so I just want to leave it there. So I'm going to have my approach speed of 90 knots in on final, so I'll just round out accordingly. Probably about slow down once I have final flap in. I'm going to use full flap in the landing, and once I have full flap, I'll slow down to 80 knots. So, as we are about to intercept, let me just zoom in on the map a bit more. I don't like when you're in this sort of view mode, you can't, there's no click pointers on the avionics, which is very annoying. You have to zoom in all the time. Let's go ahead and enter nav mode again. Okay, speed's looking good. I'm fine with the speed. Very nice indeed. See, look, it always wants to run parallel. I'm going to go back into heading mode. I don't like what it's doing here of just going parallel. So all the descent checklist is done. It's now just a waiting game until we get into the vicinity. So once I'm over these mountains, I'm going to descend to 3,500 feet. And once I hit Bucky, I'm going to go up to put the propeller feather back up to high. Just so we have, and I left the fuel pumps on for about 5 minutes now, so I can leave them on as well as they're part of the before landing checklist. So I'll go for, no, I don't need to go to, once I hit Bucky, I'll do my before landing checklist. So we're just waiting now until we hit Bucky, and then that's when we continue with everything else. Oh, I do think we're very close to the mountains. Yeah. Not quite sure where the airport is as well, visually. Okay. So. Roger, Dodger. Okay, we're approaching. Ah, beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, let's enter nav. Let's hope that's it. Does it properly now. Okay, let's descend now to 3,500. So we can get there in 1 minute. And once we do get to Bucky, I'm going to manually fly the aircraft. Right. Okay, actually, that's too much. Considering about the mountain tops just there. I'm not a big fan of, I'm going to fly heading mode for the whole time. Nav mode isn't really taking me where I want to go. So we're 1,000 feet above. Hold 030. Wow, that's very close to the mountain top, so. Very cool. And scary if you were a real pilot. However, mountain tops are now past, which is good. So, well, almost anyway. So we'll just continue the descent in a sec. So we're 5 nautical miles out. go and descend at 500 feet per minute. Just a nice gradual descent. Really don't like that noise. Let's increase the drag. Okay, good. Wow, I hate that noise. I don't know what happens, because look, I have to, this is about 50% throttle. I don't know what VFE is. Does it tell me what my VFE speed is? No, okay, so before landing, fuel sector's on, make sure rich, fuel pumps on, and lights. It's on. Okay, that's required. Okay, good. So, let's go ahead and disconnect the autopilot. Gear down. There's the runway just there. Okay, full stage of flap in. Lift the nose to reduce the speed. There we go, there's runway 35 just there. So I want to hold 90 knots. And then as soon as I intercept 350, I'll turn onto. I'm going to shift the power because I'm a bit high. Oh, the frame rate's going a bit. Trim up. Speed's looking good. Can bring back the power a bit more now. Although we do have lots of runway to play with. That's not worry. No wind, windsock's showing. Very okay, idle the power now. Let's come in. Looking at the end of the runway. Start to round out now. Let the aircraft tell me when she wants to land. Flare. Very sensitive, I don't like it. There. Brakes. I'll just let her roll a bit. Very nice, okay. To vacate here. So what's this? The grass does need some cutting. So that was Delta, so we're going to go up to Alpha. So after landing, flaps can come all the way up, landing light can come off, fuel pumps can also come off. So I'll find a stand here. Let me lean the mixture. I'll just find myself a nice spot on in the left here. Parking brake set. So shut down. So parking brake set. Let's get rid of this. Avionics off. Electrical switches off. Now mixture idle cut off. Right, I don't like this bit. We're going to continue as if it's a normal flight. Now we can turn off the lights. fuel selectors can also come off. Very nice. Now, magnetos all off and unguarded. Battery switch off. Very good. That was a flight time of 1 hour and 25 minutes roughly in total. So we've now done leg 1 of our about 25 leg journey over to London and United Kingdom. So here we are in Vegas. So and unfortunately it's a sim and not real life, so we can't actually go out. However, tomorrow we'll be back in the aircraft again. And thank you guys for watching, and see ya.